Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, boy it's been a while, but in today's video I am sharing with you my predictions for this upcoming 2024 MLB season. Spring training's getting going, and we are just under a month away from opening day 2024. So these are going to be my standing predictions. We're going to move through this fast, and as always when I do these tier makers, these are my opinions. Do not get upset with them, or do not get upset with me for them. So let's start in the National League East. It could be a shakeup this year, although I think the bottom half of the division is going to tend to be weak, like it has been the last couple of years. But it also has some very strong contenders at the top. As much as the Phillies have really played well the last couple of years, I think the Braves are just still going to be one of those powerhouses in Major League Baseball. I'm going to put them first, coming off their 104-year season that just ended poorly in the playoffs. But Philly close second. It was a close division last year for most of the year before the Braves kind of broke away. I actually see this division being the exact same as it was last year, now that I'm actually staring right at how it was last year. Braves, Phillies, I like the Marlins to be third. I think they have, although they've lost a couple of pieces in Jorge Soler, they've added a couple guys as well. They're going to need, like just signing Tim Anderson, they're going to need him to be big. They're going to need a couple of these low-key guys to be big for Miami, but I think they have a shot to make the playoffs. The Mets, I know that some people think it's going to be a better year. Some people think it's going to be an even worse year than it was last year because the Mets have played pretty poorly the last year or two. I see another year around or below 500. And then finally, to wrap it up in the division, I think everybody saw this coming. It's a pretty clear fifth for the Nationals, as they've had all sorts of struggles going on there, although they have made a couple of off-season moves. NL Central. There will be a shakeup here. The Brewers lose some pieces. The Cubs gain a lot of pieces. The Cardinals gain a lot of pieces, but not any big pieces. Every team in this division kind of added a bit, but I think the Cubs, no biasm included, I think the Cubs do win this division. They get Cody Bellinger back. They add some more pitchers, and there's still a couple pitchers on the market that there's been rumors about. So I don't know. The Cubs they don't have the strongest rotation, but they have a rotation that is sustainable, and they also have an offense that if it performs like it did for the middle part and the first half of the season last year, they'll be in good shape. They get their manager from the Milwaukee Brewers, and I think the Brewers are going to be in second. I think the second and third, and you could even argue first place is going to be really tight, because I think the Cardinals will have an improvement year, although it's still not going to be perfect. They add all that age, but 82 and 80 last year, kind of a bit of a downfall by their standards. The Brewers lost pieces. I will give it that. I really want to switch these two. These two could almost tie. Like, I picture them in my mind as very similar teams that, just at first glance, I think could end very close to each other. So they could flip, but I'll put Brewers Cardinals there, and then we will, to round it out. You could even put the Reds in that mix. Heck, you could almost put the Reds ahead of the Cardinals or ahead of the Brewers. The Brewers could even be in fourth place. Those three, it's going to be a close division. It is every year. It's not like there's one really good team, one really bad team. They're all pretty competitive. And although the Pirates, they're starting to get some of that young talent up, they're starting to improve. It's still not quite there. They're going to finish fifth in the division, but that one will be tight near the top and in the middle. For the NL West, Dodgers, Diamondbacks, Padres, Giants, the teams there. The Dodgers, yeah, they had a big offseason. You could say Ohtani, Yamamoto, they got a lot of the big pieces. I think they'll have big control of that division. The Diamondbacks, from what I've seen, although I'm not I don't pay a ton of attention to the Diamondbacks. They seem like a similar team to last year. Added a couple pieces, lost a couple pieces every team has, but I think they're going to be in second again. The Giants, they added. Do I want to put them ahead of the Padres? I do. The Giants got Soler. They got that Hungwoo Lee or whatever, that outfielder. he could be a big bat in that lineup that's kind of needed some offense. So we'll see how it goes there. The Padres are going to be close fourth on them. The Padres have a lot of really good players. They just have not been able to put it together, and it's been like that for a couple years. So I don't have trust in them to come out this season and play well the entire 162 games. So I'm going to start them in fourth, and then in fifth, the Colorado Rockies, who still are not up to battle with the big dogs. To move to the American League, let's start in the East. The Orioles are going to go back-to-back, I do think. The Rays are going to be in the mix again. It'll be a close race again, so I'll just go ahead and put the Rays second right there. But the Orioles, young team with some veteran experience. They got Corbin Burns. That'll be good. Brandon Hyde's got his guys going. Make it 2 straight playoff appearances for the Orioles in my book. Rays, they're going to come up second. The Blue Jays, although they didn't get the signing with Ohtani that the rumors were hoping for, I still think they'll be a good team this year. But hold on a second. I guess I got too far ahead of myself. I'm gonna slip the Yankees ahead of the Blue Jays. I don't think the Blue Jays are gonna be bad, but I think the Yankees, although it seems like they just have not lived up to expectations the last couple of years, I think they at least have some guys to do it this year. I'll put them in third. And again, the Red Sox, they're a team that I hate to put at the bottom, as I suck at doing these rankings. I just don't like doing it because I have too much confidence in every single team that they're going to come out and have a chance to be better than I think they will. But I think the Red Sox are going to finish last place this year. This one was really close last year. It's going to be really close again, much like the NL Central. They don't have one team that pulls away from the rest. In the AL Central, this division, last year the worst division in baseball. But I have some confidence for a couple of these teams this year. And holy mackerel, I'm picking the Detroit Tigers to win this American League Central Division, with the Twins coming in as a close second. I mean, the Tigers, you can say that it's not all there yet. You can say that but they were only 9 games back last year. You could say that they don't have it all up yet, and the Twins have more veteran leadership. But the Twins still only won 87 games last year. This division's wide open, and if the Tigers just get off to a bit of a better start, then they could win that NL Central. In third place, I want to put the Guardians. In fourth place, I want to put the Royals. Bobby Witt Jr. extended. They actually made a lot of noise early on in the offseason when teams weren't really doing anything. They kind of kick-started everything, and they have a lot of good bodies for the Kansas City Royals. And then lastly, the Chicago White Sox to round it out. I don't know, it's kind of frustrating just being a Cubs fan. I don't like the White Sox, but it just seems like I don't really get what they're doing. On the south side, however, they are building a new stadium. That's nice. All right, the AL West. Tie at the top last year between the Astros and Rangers in the regular season. Defending World Series champs, the Texas Rangers, against the Houston Astros. The Astros just always seem to be a good team. The Rangers really haven't done much this year. It looks like they'll lose Jordan Montgomery. Depending on if Boris can get him to sign. We'll see. I'm going to pick Astros at the top by a game or two, and then the Rangers at second. I mean, who knows? It could even come down to a tie, like a tiebreaker, like it did last season. So, keep an eye on that American League West at the top. And I see this division shaping out the same way it did last year. Mariners in third, Angels in fourth, A's in fifth. The Mariners, I'm excited to see them play, see what they can cook up, because they have guys capable of completing a nice season. Well, there you go. In order, my MLB standing predictions for the 2024 season. Looking forward to it. At the time I'm recording,